looking for survivors, and they had the rescue workers.
Yes.
They walked horizontally.
Yes.
And they were pulled down.
Right.
They didn't have to climb up over, many times their height.
So in that ratio, if you do look at the numbers and you use your analysis for the kingdom,
which numbers?
You on your website you had stated a certain average height of the kingdom before collapse. And
the centroid.
A certain height.
The centroid of just the outer shape, and
yes.
It really would have been lower if you look at the actual. I was looking at easy to find numbers, but the error would be in favor of, it would make the 30 times a bigger number.
Oh, it'd even make it bigger than the 12%.
Because I have it as too high already.
I see.
It's actually lower because that roof is very thin.
Yes, it is.
And so if I'm saying just from the shape, you have this cylinder with this spherical cap on it, and I'm saying it all is the same, weight per volume.
Yes.
And that top part is really thin.
Yes.
You're giving it too much benefit, so that's making the
Correct.
centroid
and I agree
too
with
high.
that. I definitely agree with that. That's a good way to do it.
So the error is in, the 30 is a low number.
Right.
So
Now that on the rim of that, where you take the after collapse height, the rim it's mainly concrete, right? Like the structural concrete.
I'm not talking about the whole volume of the thing. I'm talking about.
I understand.
There's quite a lot of places where somebody measured that. I didn't measure it. According to the reference that I provided,
yes.
That's the number they gave.
Okay.
Then I look at the comparative height. The towers were a whole lot taller to begin with.
Yes, of course.
Like 4 times or so.
The towers were 110 floors, roughly 12 feet, and so they were about 1,350 feet tall.
Or 1368.
Yes.
But I'm trying to. I don't remember exactly like what the equivalent stories is of the other one to compare stories.
If you take your collapse ratio and say it's 12%
wait,
of the height,
we're
then it would be
numbers.
13 or 14 floors that you had come up with on the debris height.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you did on your
Okay,
website.
I haven't looked over that page in a while,
and
it's half.
I'm just trying to refresh your memory on it.
So, but I thought I'd made some equivalent how many floors the 250 feet was worth at the kingdom. But in any case, so if it's 13 or 14 floors, if you start looking around the site, is there anything that's that tall?
No, but it didn't collapse in on its footprint either.
True. Why didn't it?
Where did it collapse? Where did it collapse? It collapsed in a radius 6 times its footprint.
6 times its footprint?
Yes.
I think it actually, if you want to count its material, it's probably like, a million times its footprint. I mean, it went in the upper atmosphere. Where do you stop counting it? And is it, a mile away, the dust was an inch deep.
I mean, you can take any kind of distribution you want. The rough radius was roughly, makes an area 6 times bigger if you look at the debris coming down off of that building.
But what are you calling debris? Are you calling this nanoparticles? And then if so,
nanoparticles.
Or the very, very ultrafine dust that's in the upper atmosphere for months.
The dust was an average of 70 microns large.
Of
what? It
which
wasn't
dust?
that small.
Wait, which dust?
Of all the dust in the that was sampled
by
USGC.
But what they sampled? Did they sample the stuff in the upper atmosphere?
I didn't see a lot of dust go up into the upper atmosphere. I saw it all come down first, and then it spread out at that point. So as it's coming down,
maybe you should review the pictures.
I have reviewed the pictures.
See, in the video I have of the kingdom, right where the roof height is,
yes,
that's about the highest the dust comes up. When the thing goes poof, it goes down, it goes out sideways. It doesn't go up in the upper atmosphere. And then if you look at, even Jim's pictures he showed tonight, the fingers coming up, they go up and up and up.
A lot of that was the oxygen star fire. That was going up into the upper atmosphere because it was there even before and during the collapse.
There was some smoke bombs going off.
Well, there was. My point is not really what it was, but that it was there before and after the collapse. So
after the quote collapse, you have these ultrafine dust going in the upper atmosphere. How long does that oxygen star fire survive in the upper atmosphere?
How do you know it was ultrafine dust, and what do you mean by that?
Why is it going up?
Because of the hot air. I mean, it's not really the issue. I mean, we were talking about the radius of the collapse field.
Have you seen some of the satellite images where it's like...
I've got pictures right here.
It goes
if
over...
you'd like to see them.
I mean, it covers like the East Coast, the eastern seaboard.
Right. Eventually it does because of diffusion and just the heat of the energy being expelled will make that expand out. Okay. Now, if you look at this...
Expand out or goes directly up?
There's one picture. That's taken off your website.
Thank you. This is a good example. Mm-hmm. It's going straight up. Imagine that.
Well, that was smoke that was there before the collapse.
Wait, down here on the 50th floor or 40th floor? I thought the fire was, up at the 80th floor. Oh, sorry. I thought the fire was up at the 80th floor.
Well,
so
I know all that dust that's in that picture right there. That dust was there before the collapse because that's the smoke coming from the fire.
No, but this is a 40-story building, so this is like emanating. It appears from like the 50th floor.
What's emanating from the 50th floor?
The stuff that's going up.
How do you know the stuff emanating from the 50th floor is going up? You can't tell.
It's not going down.
A lot of stuff going down in that picture.
Wait, you just got around a circle. You're saying it was there before the tower went poof. But the tower was in good condition up till like 70th floor or whatever it was up there.
Yeah, it wasn't that high.
I didn't see any fire down here.
Could we go back to the original point? I mean,
but this is what you're asking about here.
I'm asking about the radius that the debris falls on the ground.
Wait a minute, because this wasn't working for you. You wanted to change to another subject. Let's stay with this one. See, here because the dust is going straight up. Well, that's where we came from because you were saying the dust all went down, and I'm saying the dust goes up, and I'm using this picture to emphasize that it goes up. Here's about where the 50th floor would be. If that's a 40-story building, the 50th floor is probably right around in there, and it looks like all the stuff coming up is coming from that. So where's the rest of the building?
Well,
oh, wait a minute. You're saying it burned up in 4 seconds? 5 seconds?
I didn't say the building burned up. I said there was smoke from the fires that went up.
But if there were some fires were up here. I mean, this is 50 stories, so where would that make 110 stories? Like up here?
It wouldn't be that high, no.
Well, we don't see the bottom of the building.
But you know roughly what the width of the building is.
Somewhere around
that
here.
Ratio.
It's somewhere up here. It's off the page.
The width of the building is 200 meters, and the height is like 1,300 meters.
1368, and we don't see the bottom here. The bottom's down there somewhere. So if this is a 40-story building here, let's get this building. We don't see the bottom. It's probably about that big. That's now we're up to the 80th floor. So it's going to be about somewhere in there.
Okay.
So if you have something up here, and that's where the fire was, why is the smoke coming from down here? If that smoke, why would it be coming from down here?
I don't know why smoke would be coming from down there.
Where did this part of the building go?
From that picture, it looks like a lot of it goes down.
Where is it going down?
Well, you don't see any parts of the building going down there?
Well, I see that we have about 1/3 of the building left, and 2/3 of the building is missing, and there's not enough volume of this snowball, I call it, to account for 2/3 of the building.
So, what's going down? Is there any debris falling?
I don't see anything that's really falling much.
You don't see any debris falling from the buildings?
I see a round snowball. Or I call this a snowball because it's nice round and it's light colored.
Okay, so there's no debris falling in that picture.
I didn't say no debris.
Oh, how much debris?
What
debris is falling in that picture?
I see some...
No,
I don't have a magnifying glass, sorry.
Oh, is that small? You can't tell what's falling from the picture?
Below this point here, I don't really see much of any difference. This looks like a building in good health. There's a little bit of a cloud of haze there, but I don't see any major material, and the building is still completely intact from this point down at that moment. below the snowball.
So you really don't see any falling debris there?
Are you asking these questions for sincere, honest purposes?
I really am. And this is sincere. I mean, I see falling debris in that picture, and I'm wondering, I can't fathom why you don't see falling debris in that picture. It's hard for me to understand. That's all, because maybe I don't understand what exactly you're trying to say.
I'm not saying there's absolutely no debris, because somebody may have had some like pennies on their windowsill that fell out, that they might be falling down, but it's not a significant volume of material.
I see. Okay.
Because if this snowball right here is about a little bit, it's bigger than the width of the building, and about that same mountain height. So it's a little bit wider, so you can't say it's the density of the building.
No, you can't say it's the density of the building.
It's less dense. So we're missing 2/3 of the building already.
Yes.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I saw it go down, but maybe I don't remember seeing the videos right or something.
But I don't see it below that point.
Yeah, that's because this is a film. This is a picture shot before the whole building collapses, during the collapse.
Collapse? If it was a collapse, I would expect it, to see the material piled up. If it was going to be a collapse, if this is like 2/3 of the building,